The international break is here, which means the return of everybody's favorite team, the Canadian men's national team. Okay, maybe not everybody's, but they're back on June 5th when they play Panama in Vancouver in a friendly. Exciting times. The last time we saw them, they lost to the Panamanians, but that didn't really matter though, since they clinched a spot in this thing called the World Cup. So what have some of these boys been up to since then? Well, let's take a look. How about Milan Borjan? He was named one of Canada's top soccer players for the month of May, and for good reason. Borjan helped Red Star Belgrade win their 5th Serbian League title in a row, his 5th as well, by the way, and he actually scored a penalty in added time. Borjan wasn't done there. He captained his club side to their 2nd consecutive Serbian Cup just 4 days later, and what a year this guy's having. Alfonso Davies, Canada's star man, returned to action back in April after dealing with a heart condition that put him out for a large chunk of the year. Davies wrapped up the domestic season with his 4th Bundesliga title with Bayern Munich. He also won the CONCACAF Men's Player of the Year award, beating out the likes of Christian Pulisic, Weston McKennie, and Jonathan David. He also broke up with his girlfriend, so if you're into that kind of stuff, well, there you go. I'm not sure if Stefan Eustáquio broke up with his girlfriend, but he'll be playing for FC Porto for the next few years. Porto has taken up their option to sign Eustáquio on a permanent deal. By the way, Porto won the double this year and will be playing Champions League football next season. Have you ever heard the saying, be careful what you wish for because you just might get it? I'm not sure if Richie Laryea has, but he might be regretting his move to Nottingham Forest. Since moving there in January, Laryea has only made 5 appearances for a total of 117 minutes, and most of his playing time came at the end of the season, where he started his first and only game in a draw against Hull City. So there could be some light at the end of the tunnel for Laryea, especially with Forest gaining promotion to the Premier League. Who knows, in a few months' time, Canada could have one of their main men playing in England's top flight. Speaking of the Premier League, Jonathan David is being linked with some big-name English clubs. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, and even Liverpool are all reportedly interested in the striker. This type of high-profile attention is pretty rare for Canadian players, and whether he goes to one of those clubs is another story, but just being linked with them is a huge step in the right direction for this program. As for his form, well, ce n'est pas bon, and that's French for it's not good, and the way I said that wasn't good either, but regardless. He finished the season with 19 goals in all comps, which is actually more than he did in Lille's title-winning season. And regardless, down the stretch, he only scored twice in 21 games, twice. David is clearly better than what his form suggests, and a reunion with his old Canada mates could be just what he needs to start filling his boots once again. His strike partner Carl Larin also had a pretty rough end to the season. Larin scored just 1 goal for Besiktas since his opener against Jamaica back in late March, and reports have also come out suggesting that he's set to leave his club side with his destination unknown. A move to another Turkish team is rumored, but we'll have to wait and see how this one unfolds. His teammate and Canadian captain Ativa Hutchinson is also in the news. His new contract with Besiktas is dependent on the Turkish Football Federation increasing the number of foreigners who can play on the team. Reports are suggesting he'll stay, and that's good news for him ahead of November. That's when the World Cup is happening, by the way. So now you're all caught up with what's been going on with Canada's key men. And don't forget, they'll be back in the Nations League after Sunday's match against Panama, and we'll have coverage of all of that, plus all things Canada soccer right here in Room 442.